Hey, hi everyone. Welcome back to live stream sessions with Axiom Interns. As you already well aware that Axiom Interns are working on a white label applications starting from hospitality management, garments, real estate, and various other topics. In earlier sessions, we had completed the analytical discussion about the requirement analysis of the applications. Later on, they give us the demonstration on the UI designs, front-end development, database designs. They pitch to the investors regarding the applications they are producing. But today's agenda is a bit different. They want to go live for the review to demonstrate the entire full stack development of the application. Okay, give me a moment. Okay, sorry for the inconvenience about my background noise. Hope it's clear to you now. So, the agenda of today's stream is to have an entire elaboration of full stack development, how the user stories of this application is designed, right? How the interns are going to define the how to justify that user stories allocated to them. To the development of a front end referring to the database structure, producing an APIs, and the main agenda for development is they are producing a dashboard required to the applications. Now, first of all, what is dashboard means? Once the user logged in, the interface, what you're able to see, that is called as dashboard. From where? From that single page, from that UI, users are going to navigate to the entire application. As you know, we need to identify the various types of users. For example, administrator as a user who is a super user of the application, who can manage and control the entire application. It's obviously the administrative dashboards feature has to be the user management. The entire platform like white label applications where administrator will generate the users, allocate the privileges to them, and as per the privileges allocated, the users can be able to sign up and sign in the application and able to perform their respective tasks. So the agenda is to how how the entrants are identifying the various types of users in an white label applications they are developing, how they are producing the dashboard, how they are justifying the user stories for the full stack development of every task. And this is what exactly the agenda for today's live stream. Let's move to the next presentation from the Axiom Interns and the team they divided into, so that they can able to give us the live review of the entire tech stack and the user stories they are producing to develop the dashboard for the various users. Over to Team Axiom Centrals.
Thank you, sir, for the introduction. Hello, hello everyone, and welcome to today's presentation. Today, I am going to present our project Argos, a full stack garment e-commerce ecosystem. I will walk you through the overall architecture, the different users of the system, how each user interacted with the platforms, and finally the dashboards that we have developed. After this presentation, we will move directly into the live demonstration where we will execute real user stories inside the application. Let's go begin. Before we dive into our projects here, today's roadmap, we will first understand the problem we want to solve. Then we will look at the overall system architecture. After that, we will discuss the three different user roles in the application. Next, we will explore the each dashboard and understand how it supports those user stories. Finally, we will conclude with the future roadmaps before moving to the live demonstration. This project started with a very practical observation. A real e-commerce platform is not built only for the customer. It actually serves three completely different groups of users. First are the customers who want the smooth shopping experience. Second are the vendors who needs tools to manage their businesses. And third are the administrator who manage the entire marketplace. Most academic e-commerce projects only focus on the customer website. However, in real businesses, most of the operational complexity happens behind the scene. That's why we designed Orgos as three independent portals sharing a common backend. Each portal has its own responsibilities, permissions, and dashboards while still working together as one integrated platform. Now let's understand the architecture. Our system consists of three independent React applications. The first application is the customer portal. The second is the vendor portal, and the third is the admin portal. Although these are the separate front-end application, they communicate with a shared backend built with a Node.js and Express. Authentication is the secured with JWT tokens. Password are encrypted using bcrypt, and all businesses data is stored inside the MySQL database. Because of the modular architecture, each portal can evolve independently while maintaining the one centralized database. Here is the technological stack powering our Orgos. For the front end, we chose React 19 together with White to build fast and responsive user interface. The backend uses Node.js and Express to expose REST APIs. MySQL manage all relational data including user, products, vendor, and orders. Authentication uses JWT and bcrypt to ensure a secure login. Swagger is the integrated to automatically document the APIs. For analytics, we use Richard to generate a dashboard visualization. Finally, Tailwind CSL helps us to build responsive interface efficiently. Instead of using multiple persona, we use one persona who who would actually use the system. First persona is a Priya, the customer. Her goal is simple: browse the products, purchase the garments, and track orders easily. Our second persona is Rohan, the vendor. His goal to manage the products, fulfill the customer orders, and grow his businesses. Finally, we have the administrator. The admin manages vendor, users, approvals, and monitor the health of the entire platform. Every screen is a Argos exists because one of these users genuinely needs it. Let's begin with the customer journey. The customer should be able to register securely and log in. Once authenticated, they can browse the product across a different categories. They can place order, monitor order history, manage addresses, maintain a wish list, and update their personal profile. Each of the action represent a real-world user story that guided our development process. These user stories are reflected directly in the customer dashboard. The overview page gives a quick snapshot of the account activity. Order display the complete purchase history. Wish lets customers save products for a future purchase. Addresses allows multiple delivery locations. Security enables password updates. Finally, profile allows user to manage their personal information. Instead of placing every on the page, we separately these responsibilities into a dedicated modules to improve usability. Now let's move to the vendor portal. Unlike customers, vendors focuses on the business operations. Their journey begins with a registration and onboarding. Once approved, vendor manage products catalogs, receive customer orders, update delivery status, monitor earnings, create promotional coupons, and handle customer reviews and returns. These are the daily activities that keep an online store running. This is a vendor dashboard. The home page immediately highlighted the key business metrics such as total products, sales, catalog size, and store rating. Separate pages are available to managing the products, orders, deliveries, earnings, coupons, returns, reviews, and even a geographical demands using a heat map. The KPIs helps vendor makes a informed business decision rather than a simple listing products. The third role is the administrator. The administrator is the responsible for managing the entire marketplace. Their responsibilities include secure authentication, monitoring platform statistics, approving vendor registration, and managing user accounts. Unlike customers and vendors, administrators focus on the governance and operational control. These dashboards provides complete visibility over the platform. Administration Administrator can instantly view user statistics, vendor statistics, and overall platform health. They can search user, block or unblock the accounts where unnecessary, review pending vendors application, and analyze the marketplace trends. These dashboards helps maintain both security and operational efficiently. Beyond the current implementation, we have also planned several AI-powered enhancements. This includes intelligent clothing size recommendation to reduce product returns, and 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 an AI outfit recommendation system that suggests complete fashion combination based on a customer preferences. Some of the features are already scaffold, where other are the part of the future development roadmap. Now that we have understand the architecture and the dashboard, let's move to the important parts, the live demonstration. We first demonstrate the customer journey, including the registration, shopping, checkouts, and dashboard features. Next, we will switch to the vendor portal to demonstrate login, KPIs monitoring, product management, and order processing. Finally, we will log into a admin portal to the monitor a platform statistics and approve a vendor application. Rather than only discussing the features, we will now show how to complete workflow operates in the real application. Looking ahead, Orgos has significant room for the expansion. We plan to integrate real machine learning models for the personalized recommendation, add a real-time notifications using a WebSocket, provide a advanced vendor analytics and forecasting, introduce the granular role-based permissions for our administrators, develop a React Native for mobile applications, and integrate live payments gateways such as a Razorpay and a Stripe for a production-ready transaction. So that we have reached to the end of the presentation section. So far we have discussed the problem we want to solve, the architecture behind the Orcos, the technology we used, the different personas, and the user stories that guided the development of the each module. We have also explored how each dashboard is designed to meet the specific needs to the customer, vendors, and administrator. How the projects like the Argos is the best understand when it's seen in action. In the next part of the session, we will move to the theory to a practical and demonstrate how these user stories are actually implemented in our application. During the live demonstration, we will walk through the complete workflow across all three portals. We will begin with the customer portal, where we will see the how a new customer can register, browse products, and add items in the cart, place an order, and manage their dashboard. Next, we will switch to the vendor portal, where we will demonstrate how the vendor login, monitor their key performance indicators, manage their product catalogs, process incoming orders, update delivery status, and track their business development. Here, you will see how the administration monitor the overall health of the platform, manage users, and approve vendors' application to ensure a secure and a trustworthy marketplace. The purpose of this live demonstration is to show the Argo is to not just a collection of interfaces, but a fully integrated full stack application where each user roles interacts with the same backend while experience workflows specially designed for the responsibility. With that, I now hand over to my teammates who will take through the live demonstration and showcase these user stories in the action.
Good morning, everyone. Today I am going to demonstrate our project Orgos garment solution. Before showing the implementation, let me quickly show the UI design that we have created in Figma. This was the initially design phase where we planned the user journey, navigation structure, overall application flow before starting the development. Now, if I talk about the overall architecture, we have divided into three modules. The first module is admin, second is vendor, and third is the user. And you can see the all three module running on the different ports. That is admin module running on the 3001, and vendor module is 3000, and the user module is the 5173. One important decision we make was using a centralized database. Instead of creating separate database, we use a centralized database for admin, user, and vendor. This help us maintain consistency across the system and make communication between modules with each other. So show database. Here you can see the all the tables of our modules, has been displayed. Admins, AI size recommendation, coupons, reports, vendors, wish list. So these all all these tables are connected to each other. Now let me show the backend folder structure. Here the you can see the server.js in server.js. Here the main entry point of our backend server, and the db.js. Here create a connection of MySQL. Here we check if any error, database connection fail, and it was database connection successfully. Now the next is the controller. Controller is used for our API logic, and the next is the middleware. Middleware used for the authentication, and the next is the route. Route is a use for, here route here we return a logic of our API endpoints, that is slash login slash vendors slash vendor pending. And the next is the packet.json. In packet.json we describe the dependency, that is we use bcrypt.js cores for cross connection, .env for sensitive information, express we use express.js, and we also use json web token, and we use a nodemon. Nodemon is used for it start automatically whenever you changes in the code. For API testing, we use the Postman. The first API is the vendor registration. In a body, we send a JSON data for a vendor registration, shop name, owner, email, etc. We send using post method. Just click on the send method. So here you can see the vendor register successfully and waiting for the admin approval. So we can see behind the scene what will happen in a vendor control.js. Here we return a logic for register vendor. Here we send a data in a request.body. Here we rewrite a validation. Here we check everything is if everything is something is missing, it will show error. Please fill all required. And here also check email, phone number, GST, and also we use bcrypt for a hash password. And here we insert a data into our database. If everything is if everything is success, right, it will show vendor register successfully and waiting for approval. For approval logic, we return inside the admin control.js. Here we can check if vendor email, you can check if email already vendor already registered, it will show vendor is already approved. Otherwise vendor approved successfully. Now you can see the admin API. Here we'll just log in. Here you can see the token is generated using JWT token. Just copy this thing, and now the next API is the pending admin slash vendor pending. We use the get using get method. Here enter the barrier token, JW token, just send. Here you can see the pending user status. Just we register this Orgos Fashion Nagpur. His status is pending, and the vendor ID is 33. Just copy this, and the next API for the approval. Also here we can use the JWT token for authentication. Just copy this and paste inside the token, and our ID is 33. So here you can see vendor approved successfully. Now vendor can log in. Just send JSON data. Here you can see the vendor login successfully. Now I will demonstrate on the UI. We use React for user interface, Axiom. Firstly, we have to register Axiom collection. Owner name is Sushil Pudke. At email address is axiom@gmail.com. Phone number is 123456789. Password is 123456. It is a dummy password. GST number, if you have, you can write. Address is Trimurti Nagar. City is Nagpur. State is Maharashtra. And pin code is 440014. Just click on the create vendor admin. So here you can see GST number already registered, so we have to change. So here you can see account status is pending. Now you can verify in our database. Here in our database you can see Axiom collection is status is pending. So now this is our admin module. Add admin @orgos.com. We have to log in. Admin@123. Just log in. In a vendor section, here you can see the status is also pending. Just click on the right click for approval. Here you can see vendor approved successfully. Now vendor can log in. axiom@gmail.com. Password. Just login. Here vendor successful login. Here dashboard will be appear. Total product, total sale, store rating is 0. Now the next is the products. Admin vendor can add products. Product is baggy. Brand is baggy. Fabric is cotton. Color is red for men. Price is 800. Discount for this product discount is 5%, and stock available is 89. Here you can image, insert image. Description also you can write. Add product. Here you can see the product successfully added. So these are all about from my side. Now my teammate demonstrate relationship between admin with user. Over to you.
Thank you, Ritik. Now, let me share my screen. I hope you visible to all. Now, here we can see the out routes. These user routes file defines all the API endpoints. These API include register, login, profile, update profile, and change password, forward password, logout, and delete account. Each route receives the client request and forward it to the controller. For the protect API, such as profile update, profile, change password, and logout, GW authentication is middleware, which verify the GW token before allowing the access. Now we move to the controller.js. The controller contains the business's logic of their application. Here we can see for the login, for the register, here I use this logic. It receives the request from the routes and validate the input data communication with database for perform the required operations and send the appropriate response back to the client. Now I am demonstrating the user module user API through the Postman. Here you can see the APIs. Total we have 8 APIs, and my teammate already explained the admin APIs. Now I am demonstrating the user APIs. We have put post method and then here you can see we use a JSON data. Now 201 is created. Now it means the API is registration properly. Now let's move to the login. Here copy the JSON token, JWT token. Then we go to the next API, that's profile. And here we can see our ID is 10. Next we will move to the next API, update profile. Here I use data different data and application we use or token. Next here you can see 200. Okay, that's when it's completely testing. Now let's move to the next, change password. Here we have to use a, let me check the old password, 1234. Let's put the new password. There is an error. The user is not found. Let's put the new password 12345. The user is not found. Let me check. Let's open payload. Here we can see the or logic. You have to register a new password. Next, change password. Here we write a JWT token. Since our password is completely changed, here is a new option, forgot password. So we just send request. Here our password is completely changed. Now there is the next API, that's logout. Here we use a JWT token. Here logout successfully. Please remove the token from this client. Next we will go to the next API, which is delete account. Here we use a barrier token. Since our account is deleted successfully. Now let's move to the output section. Here I demonstrate the output. So this is our user module. Here we can see the landing page of a user. Here we have a multiple options. Here we can see the spin now. Just we go to the login button. Here we have to register a new account. Name as Sahil. Email sahil@123. Phone number. We just put a dummy number. And we have to select the vendor. And we have to generate a new password. Here you can see the user registered successfully. Now go for a login. Sahil @123. Password 1234. The user is not exist. I think something is missing. Oh, spelling. Sahil. Here we can see the login is successfully. Now we can see the user dashboard. Here is a multiple option, total orders, wish list, item card, and save addresses. Let let me this is workable or not. Go to the movement section, and we will put add a cart, add to cart. Here we can see the product is in our cart. Now let's see the dashboard. Here we can see the item are 3 in cart. We can buy now, and here is the checkout page. We need to fill our shipping address. Let's move to our admin. Here we can see the admin login. Just we click on login button. Here we can see the admin dashboard. Admin can have a authority to check the all users, vendors, and multiple options. Admin can manage all of things like user behavior and activity. He have authority to check the user and action to block him, and he can check the block user and inactive users also. Now we have just go on our user section. Here we can see the data and let me run my database. Here you can see the style is generated and his email and phone number and password is by encrypted. And here you can see the gender. Now I would like to hand over to our session to director sir for this valuable guidance and remark, and over to you sir.
Hey, thank you guys for wonderful elaborations about the user stories you were performing for your white label applications you are developing. It was awesome to understand that you guys are developing it in a full stack way, right from understanding the requirement, right from developing the UI designs, front end development, database structure, API structures, and integrating them together to complete that feature. I hope everyone who is attending these sessions understood the way of development of this entire uh, full stack development of the applications. And to have such sessions in future also, do join us like the uh, our streams. And if you want to contribute with us, do call us, join us, and be a part of a technical team for the presenting the developmental progress. Together, we will able to upskill ourselves to serve the industry better. Thanks all. Bye.
In Axiom TechGuru, we transform ideas into scalable digital solutions with AI, innovation, and technology that drives real business growth.